Did you wonder what is your country's nickname? Nickname to a country can offer us a sneak peek or insight to what's in their history, culture, or what's their national pride. Pearl of the Orient Sea. The historical and romantic title for the Philippines. Actually, the Pearl of the Orient Sea is also referring to Saigon and Hong Kong. The Philippines was dubbed as
Perla del Mar de Oriente
in 1751 by a Spanish Jesuit missionary, Father Juan J. Delgado. In 1896, Dr. Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines, used the phrase
Perla del Mar de Oriente,
or Pearl of the Orient Seas, in his last poem,
Mi último adiós,
or My Last Farewell. Philippines also include the moniker in their national anthem in 1960. Following through this name, the Philippines is a producer of pearls and the important source of the Golden South Sea pearls, where the sea nomads are well-known skilled divers who search for this rare natural gem. At present, most of the pearl farming activity is found in the island of Palawan. Another kudos goes to the Philippines that really complement its sobriquet. It was here where the biggest pearl in the world recovered, the giant clam pearl weighing around 34 kilograms. Thailand, Land of Smiles. Thailand is often referred to as the Land of Smiles, not only because visitors love its natural beauty and historical riches, but also because of the country's friendly people and fascinating culture. It got this nickname because in Thailand a smile is much more than just a smile. It is a form of subtle interpersonal messaging. There are at least 13 different smiles that a Thai person may use, each one having a very specific meaning. For example,
ยุงพันน้ำตา
I'm so happy I'm crying, smile.
ยุงถักไทย
The polite smile for someone you barely know.
ยุงชื่นชม
The I admire you, or I'm proud of you, smile. North Korea, the Hermit Kingdom. The term Hermit Kingdom is used to refer to any country, or an organization or society which willfully walls itself off, either metaphorically or physically, from the rest of the world. North Korea is commonly regarded as a prime example of a hermit kingdom, and the term is contemporarily used to describe that country. In 2009, it was used by United States Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to other countries like Bhutan, and the Mutawakkilite Kingdom of Yemen have also been described as hermit kingdoms, due to their government's reluctance to engage in dialogue with the outside world. The first documented use of hermit to refer to Korea is in the title of William Elliot Griffith's 1882 book Korea, the Hermit Nation. The writer of the book had never visited Korea, did not speak the language, and had no first-hand experience with the country. Japan, Land of the Rising Sun. Japan is often called the Land of the Rising Sun. In Japanese, the country is called Nihon. Both Nihon and Japan originate from the same words. They literally mean where the sun rises. Marco Polo, an Italian trader and explorer, introduced Japan to the Western world during the 13th century. He never actually traveled to Japan, but instead went to the southern part of China. There, the people told him about Japan. To the people in South China, where Marco Polo had traveled, Japan lies in the direction where the sun rises. Therefore, people called it Jipang or Zupang, which can be translated as the sun's origin, or where the sun originates. Switzerland, Land of Milk and Honey. Located in Central Europe, Switzerland is one of the gorgeous countries that every traveler dreams of traveling to. Switzerland is one of the most picturesque and mountainous countries in Europe. It's also nicknamed as Land of Milk and Honey as it produces the world's finest honey and milk. It's also famed as a tourist paradise due to the variety of things it has to offer, and truly there's something for every type of traveler. Snow-capped mountains, evergreen forests, bluish lakes. Ancient castles are only a few to mention. Since it's a small country, you don't have to travel too far to dive into the beauty of this gorgeous country. Slovenia, the sunny side of the Alps. Slovenia lies in the southeastern part of the Alps. Most of the country is defined as a mountainous area. Because of the structure of mountainous areas in Slovenia, the sustainability is adapted in most of the state policy. Legislatively and in practice, and there is almost no specific policy for mountainous areas. Therefore, Slovenia generally does not have many problems of adapting its legislation with the Alpine Convention. In most of the country, there's a dispersed type of settlement, although more than a half of the state is covered with forests. Today, Slovenia faces the challenge to keep the countryside cultivated and alive. Large protected areas are one kind of the state measures, while their aim is not only to protect the nature but also the landscape and to support the settlement of mountainous areas as well. Italy, the boot. Italy is a Mediterranean country located in southern Europe. It is bordered by the Adriatic Sea on the east coast, the Tyrrhenian Sea on the west or Mediterranean coast, and the Ionian Sea to the south. In the north, Italy is bordered by the countries of France, Switzerland, Austria and Slovenia. The Italian mainland is a long peninsula that resembles a tall boot. So much so that the country is often referred to as the boot, with the Puglia region in the southeast being the heel of the boot and the Calabria region in the southwest being the toe of the boot. Ireland, the Emerald Isle. How did Ireland come to be called the Emerald Isle? Ireland's resplendent greenery played a big part, of course, in earning it the nickname the Emerald Isle, but there's more to the story. The term, the Emerald Isle, is synonymous with Ireland and its rolling hills and vales of green, at least 40 shades or so the famous Johnny Cash song goes. But how did Ireland come to be known as the Emerald Isle? The first time the words ever appeared in print in reference to Ireland was in a poem by Belfast-born William Drennan, titled When Erin First Rose. It was in 1795, however, that Drennan penned the poem, When Erin First Rose, the stanza where the words the Emerald Isle first appeared. Finland, land of thousand lakes. Taking a trip to Lakeland is like taking a trip into the heart of Finnish identity. One of the most important birthplaces of the Finnish identity are the deep green forests, the rolling hills and the glittering lakes that cover most of central Finland. Finland is called the land of 1,000 lakes, but at last count there were 187,888 of them, more lakes in relation to a country's size than any other. Indeed, with a population of about 5 million, Finland has one lake for every 26 people. Most of the lakes are in a region that stretches from above Kuopio in the north to Lahti in the south, and from Tampere in the west to Punkaharju in the Russian border in the east. France, the hexagon. France is the largest country in Western Europe and is often called the hexagon because of its six-sided shape. The country can be drawn inside a hexagon which has a diameter of 1,000 kilometers. France is about 1,000 kilometers from north to south, and 1,000 kilometers from east to west. French people and the French media use the name of the hexagon a lot when they refer to their country.